Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Wesley Noah and it is March. The sleepiness of January and February is behind us. Daylight savings time has made its way back around, which I am thrilled about, can I just say. And I truly mean it when I say that I am fully awakened. I'm motivated. I'm excited to embrace the spring energy. I don't know if my shirt's really giving spring. It's giving more summer. But hey, that's the ultimate goal, but I gotta get through spring first, guys. I know I'm not alone though. It's natural for us as humans, beings, creatures, mammals, to see this seasonal transition as a chance for a rebirth, redirect, realign, shed our old skin. And naturally, as someone who attempts to find sustainable alternatives to pretty much everything I do, I like to try and take a more like environmentally conscious route for this rebirth, reevaluation, spring cleaning period. Just like everything else. Can I repurpose this thing I'm about to throw away? These clothes don't serve me anymore. What can I actually do with them? And what habits can I adopt as I rebuild so I have even less waste next year? I just wanted to share some simple methods that I use in my spring refresh so you can still feel refreshed sustainably. So I've kind of formatted this in a way of like what to do with this old stuff and then what to do with any new stuff you have to get to replace the old stuff or whatever. So I started off with old clothes, old shoes, old apparel. And there's the obvious answers. Donate, sell, Depop is an option. Any of those, you know, Depop, eBay, ThredUp, Poshmark. There's a lot of them out there. You could also give away stuff, you know, to your friends or relatives or whatever. Hand-me-downs. I'm a fan of a good hand-me-down. Most of my clothes are hand-me-downs. That orange shirt I feel like I've worn in like every video. That was a hand-me-down from my mom. And I love that shirt. Yes, I mean, I'm sure you've got a friend that can take the whole hair dryer that you don't use anymore because you shaved your head. You know, you can, you can. I'm sure somebody wants it, but hey, some ways that you don't get rid of the item, you still have it, but you make it newer. You could upcycle, right? Yeah.
Hey, reporter.
Yeah.
Hey, Wesley.
What you know? Why is everybody bothering you? Oh, guys, you want to see? I'm giving Chorizo a little bead collar. It's got her name on it. She's not gonna let me hold her long enough to get close enough, but I'll put pictures up because I took pictures when I first put it on her. She's had it on for like a week. Learn how to customize your garments in whatever way would make them more usable for you. Like if you actually need to like repair them, learn to repair them. If you just want them to look different, learn how to make them different in a way that would make you wear them more. Put pins in it, add some patches. You can take apart old jewelry and keep the parts, or put new jewelry together. Like there's ways, guys. There's ways, I promise. And this is kind of random, but if you have any like garments that you absolutely like, they're bleach stained, they're something, they're clean, like they're clean, but they're not at a wearable point anymore. Depending on the material, you can cut it up and use them as cleaning cloths. Take an old shirt, you could use it as a towel. I used to. Towels act like cleaning cloths for like cleaning things. Pro tip, I don't know. So new clothes, new shoes, new accessories. How can we obtain these items in a more sustainable way? Secondhand thrift trade, we know those. Clothing swaps. I don't know if you've heard of those. I don't know. I've never been to one in person, but I've heard they exist. It's like you bring a certain amount of clothes and there's like a flat fee or something, and then you can leave with the amount of clothes that you came with, and it's I've never been to one, but I've heard of them and they sound great. Like I said, trade your sister. She's always wanted that like shirt that you have, and you've always wanted that sick ass blue flannel. Well, you don't wear that shirt anymore. She doesn't wear that flannel. Just switch. Who cares? You got something new, and then she has something new, and then you didn't even have to pay anything. Now I put this under new. It could possibly have gone under the old garment section, but I put it under new because, like, if you do it, it can look like a new item. Don't be afraid to wear things a different way. Like, use things not exactly as they're intended to. Wear a shirt backwards. There are no rules, guys. You need a plain black shirt for whatever reason, but you have a Harley Quinn shirt. You have a black shirt with Harley Quinn just all over the front, but you need a plain black shirt. Just turn it around. I would suggest probably like wearing a jacket or something, or like a overshirt maybe. Use dresses as just skirts or just tops. I used to use dresses as skirts pretty often. Not pretty often, just kind of often. Layering. Layering can make two okay garments look like one very dynamic look. Now let's move on to items. Old items. Knickknacks, small appliances, just things. Toys. Ways to get rid of old items you don't use anymore. When you are giving away or selling these items, there are ways to do this a little bit more intentionally. Make sure you're giving things to people who are more likely to use them, to need them. That way they are not being unused in their new location, and then it's getting thrown out at some point. You know, make sure you're giving this person something they actually need and can use, and not just like, hey, I don't need this anymore, you want it? For items, I mean, there are online resources, there's eBay and such, but there are also, you know, local ways. Facebook Marketplace, that's usually local. I mean, there are exceptions to that, but for the most part, you set it for your area and you get things from your area. Your local newspaper, they usually have like a trading post or selling section. Yard sales. I don't know about you, but I see a lot of yard sales around the March to May time. Churches. Donate old stuff you don't need anymore, but it's still in good condition, to churches. Maybe you get lucky and there's a church that actually like runs a little thrift shop. I know some churches. I know of some local churches that have like, they own thrift stores, or they have like a charity shop that is run by the church. So maybe there's something like that for you. Just look around. But here are some things you can do if you don't want to get rid of it. Try rearranging. If it's furniture, rearrange it. For knickknacks, also rearrange it in a way that makes it look new. Like, move it over there, like put it somewhere else, and then it'll feel new. My mom loved moving furniture around. I like moving knickknacks around. I don't like moving furniture around because I don't feel the need to do that all the time. But knickknacks, I can just move them around a little bit and it looks like a completely different space. Deep clean the space. You can do this while you're rearranging so that, you know, you get trash out of the way. Things look a lot newer when they don't look like trash. And then there's upcycling. You can upcycle, refresh your furniture too, your pieces. You can paint something. I would recommend Pinterest. Look up whatever it is you have, and Pinterest, on Pinterest, and DIY projects, and then it'll come up. I did that when I, not spray painted, but when I painted my traffic cone I acquired. Pinterest is your friend. When acquiring new items, try to prioritize quality. Like when you're looking for a new couch, try to like find a material that will last a while. Like if you have animals, try to prioritize a material that will be better suited to an animal household. Try crafting your own items, you know. This is a very craft centric video, but you know, crafting, it's fun. It's a way to really personalize your space in a way that you can only do through customizing. Clay, you know, if you want decor, blankets, stuff like that. And finally, I wanted to add a little bonus section for like ways to rebrand digitally, like without having to buy anything or sell anything or get rid of anything. New haircut, right? I didn't say new like hair color or whatever because, you know, that costs money. Potentially, if you wanted to, you could just snip, you know, cut your hair yourself, and that wouldn't cost you anything. It may not look the best, but you'll get practice, you can do it long term, you'll get better each time, and you definitely feel like a different person after any type of haircut. This and this are two completely different people. Try a new makeup routine with the makeup you already have. So like use blue instead of pink for your eyeshadow, or like use a slightly more exaggerated liner technique, or like something like that. Just do it differently, but with the stuff you already have, so you don't have to buy anything new. And coming from somebody who has just gotten rid of all my unusable makeup, you got some in there you haven't used. so go in there, use what you haven't used before. Refresh your following list on social media. I like to do this every so often, go through and like review who you are following. Does this person like inspire you? Is this account bringing you joy or making you feel weird about yourself? If they're making you feel weird about yourself, I would unfollow them. Try to ditch a bad habit and listen to new music. I actually have thought of like a bunch more. There are so many ways, so many non-material / digital ways to like reinvent your vibe, like refresh yourself. But I didn't want to go on just listing a bunch of things. So if you have any that you are especially doing, let me know. Not my computer. Love you. Okay, well, that is all I had to talk about. I am very excited for spring TM because I got spring videos planned. I've got a whole list dedicated to spring content exclusively. And this is number 1. So hopefully you took something from it. Hopefully you found it useful, because that's what it's supposed to be, useful. I'm gonna go listen to this England Dan and John Ford Coley song that just randomly started playing on my computer for some reason. I will see you guys later. Bye.